Unfortunately, not every customer goes with the quote immediately. Some are going to want to negotiate. You can reduce the number of negotiations by quoting with confidence. But even the best of us come across somebody bound and determined to get a lower price from time to time. Here's the main thing to remember. Don't immediately give in by lowering the price. There are still some methods to use to attempt to get the full price from the customer. The first method is called the complete picture method. First, figure out what the customer's budget is. What were they looking to pay? You then follow up by explaining the costs that go into the job. Then inform them at the very end, the two of you can actually walk out to the truck, look in the back of the truck, see how much space was used, and then we'll talk. We'll make sure that what I quoted was accurate. If not, we'll bring it down. Here's how it's done. Okay, Melissa, so full load rate is $565. That's what you're looking at here today. I just need a signature right here and Ben and I can get started.
Oh, it's really that much?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Oh, I just don't feel like I have that much.
Understand. What were you thinking of spending for this? I mean, kind of what was your initial thought and budget?
I don't know, like maybe $450?
Sure. Okay. Well, I understand. Here's what I can tell you on the junk removal end of things. It's not just the stuff that we're taking necessarily and the time it takes to load it. There's a lot of other expenses on the back end that our company and our competitors' company have. We've got insurance, we have fuel, labor, disposal fees. They actually charge us to get rid of stuff at the landfill, and a lot of other things as well. So we've got those back end expenses. We shop our competitors to make sure we're competitive. They have the same exact expenses. And matter of fact, in a lot of ways, we're normally a little less than most of our competitors because many of them are franchises. We're a locally owned company. Owner lives right here. Your money stays right here. You're supporting a local business. A lot of our competitors, they're sending money, some out of state, some even out of the country. So Ben and I are here. We're ready to get started right now. We'd love to load everything up for you. Here's what I can tell you. There's a possibility I might have overquoted just a tad. Probably not. I'm normally pretty good. But what I would suggest is at the end of the job, once we've loaded everything up, let's you and I walk out to the truck. We'll take a look and you make sure that it actually has taken up a full load. And hey, if it hasn't, we can bring it down. What do you say?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Okay, awesome. All right. So just get a signature right there.
Okay.
One important thing to note here. Once you ask the customer, how does that sound? Or does that sound agreeable? Or something along those lines. Make sure you pause. Let there be silence. The silence could go on for several seconds. Whatever. Do not speak. Oftentimes, the first one who speaks loses in these situations. This method is going to work more often than you would expect if executed properly. Unfortunately, it will not work 100% of the time. The next method is to take small bites. It's the small bites method. If the customer still is not ready to pay the full price, your next attempt is going to be to get them to agree to pay the price they are willing to, but only for the items that are of priority to them. So we are still getting full price because we're actually reducing the amount of stuff down to the price point that they're willing to pay. Now, we don't really want to leave them hanging with all this stuff that they have to get rid of on their own. The objective is actually to get them to agree to the amount that they are comfortable with. That's the small bite. Get them to take the small bite rather than the whole thing. We're then going to load the entire truck up and we're going to come back to them and say, hey, all right, we've taken this amount. For just a little bit more, we can take the rest. For example, if the full load rate is $565 and they only want to pay $450, then try to get them to agree to taking the highest priority items for $450. So you're going to take $450 worth of stuff, take the most important stuff first. Then, at the end of the job, let them know that for only $115 more, we can take everything else and they'll be finished and through with it. This works quite often. Here's an example of how it's done.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's still going to be too much for me.
Okay, I certainly understand. So here's kind of my suggestion. Are there certain items that are more important for you to get rid of than others?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what we should probably do is actually, if you'll walk around and show me and Ben, like what are the most important items for you to get rid of, what's kind of the priority. We can take those priority items and then the stuff that is in excess of $450 worth of stuff, you'd have to get rid of that some other way.
Yeah.
But at least the most important stuff we can actually take for you today. Would that work?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, awesome. So what I just need to do here is I'm going to amend this to 450.
Okay.
And if I can just get your signature. Fantastic. Now, would you mind showing us what's most important?
Yeah, the shed first.
Okay, great. Okay, so now it's time to reapproach Melissa to try and get her to take that second bite. At this point, if the customer goes for it, then great. If not, you should have an idea of how much more you can decrease the price and it still be worth your while. You'd love to take care of everything with the customer. That way they feel fully satisfied. They'll be much more likely to leave you a great review, reuse you, and refer you to others. What was that I just talked about? The 3 R's. Generally, truck teams have leeway to reduce the price up to $30 or 1 to 2 price points. Anything beyond that needs approval from dispatch. Here's an example of how to handle it if the customer still doesn't want to proceed with the small bite. Okay, so we got everything loaded up.
Great.
All the priority items and all. So it came out to be about what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
If you'd like us to take the rest of the stuff, it's just 115 more and it's completely gone.
Yeah, I know. I can't really pay that right now. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I understand. Trying to think. So this job, it hasn't taken quite as long as what I might have originally expected.
Okay.
So we always try and just make sure we take care of customers and get rid of everything. I don't want you seeing this stuff, like the junk removal company or whatever didn't take it.
Oh, yeah.
So I could come off $30, so that puts you at 85 total. And it's done. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I know. I'm just kind of on a tight budget right now.
Okay.
I'd love you to, but I can't right now.
Is there a price that you would pay to go and get everything done?
Like 50? Is that
okay?
doable?
If you'll give me just a moment, I'm gonna call my manager and see if we can't do it for 50. There's a chance. Let me check with him.
Oh, thank you.
The manager should always be brought up to speed on a job before canceling it or leaving the scene. It's possible that we might be able to significantly reduce the price in order to get the job. There are a few things the manager should take into consideration when negotiating price, such as where is the job located? What kind of stuff is it? How heavy are the items? How long is the job going to take? If you're not extremely busy, it could be beneficial to go ahead and negotiate with the customer in order to get the job. This is going to generate revenue for you, and it's going to generate hours for the truck team. Okay, I got some good news.
Okay.
The manager said he wants to make sure we go ahead and get you taken care of today.
Okay.
So we can just do it for that extra 50.
Okay.
So I just need you to sign off on that extra 50 right here.
Oh, right. Okay.
And we're going to go and get you all taken care of.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to get finished up.
All right. Thank you.
So these are the main methods of negotiation with customers. They work at a high percentage if done correctly. You need to role play this negotiation with your manager and fellow team members. That way, you're going to deliver it with confidence every single time the customer throws an objection your way. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you watching this video. It is one of over 155 videos that are part of our complete junk removal video training series. If you want more information on that series, click the link and you can sign up for a 5-video trial or get a full demonstration.